just trim off that little root bit here, and that'll go into our compost bucket. You can probably cut off this and use this part. Just remember, here's your knife skill bit with the thumb and the finger on the blade. The other 3 fingers are here. I'm going super slow because this is really all I can do right now. And then your other hand is like a little claw. You can keep this part separate, chopped up, of course. You know, you've probably seen these on different kinds of food. It's used a lot in Latin food. It's used in a lot of Asian food. You can keep these aside and use this as a little garnish at the end if you want. These are shiitake mushrooms. I love their flavor, super good. You want to take the stems off, so just kind of pull that off. And then the rest of this, you're going to cut up the cap of the mushroom. So maybe just little strips like this, depending on how big your mushroom is. Okay. This is baby bok choy. And it also comes in a much larger form too, which you might see at the store. So the way to work with that is we're just going to cut off this bottom part, and then you can just cut each of the pieces across like this, so on and so forth, all the way up. Okay. Broccoli, the florets are basically just all the little things that look like little bushes, the little trees, right? You've probably heard of broccoli trees. Maybe you kind of want to start breaking it down like this. And then once you get to this point, maybe you just pull them apart or cut this in half. However you want to break it down. We're just going to shave off the root from the top and then cut it straight down. Okay, now you've got a corner that you can use to peel. So I'm going to make a slice through it like this. I'm not going to go all the way through the end. And then you can turn it and go across. And you'll get some slices like that. Once you get here, this gets kind of unstable, right? So I'm going to flip it down so that we have a lot more surface area on our board. And then we're going to continue slicing here. Trim up those little ends, and then don't worry about this. Once you get to this point, it feels kind of unsafe. So don't worry, that's common. This is the head, the cloves are inside. Yep, one way to get the skin off. I would prefer you use your scrapers, but so let's say you have your scraper here, you can whack it. And then cut off that little root bit, and then the shell will pop right off. It'll be a little easier to peel. This means kind of teeny tiny, so you're going to just kind of cut it down teeny tiny, and then we change the position of our hand. Do a little bit of this, chop, 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 until you get it nice and tiny. Okay, smaller than what I'm doing here. You guys work with ginger in the garden. Instead of using a peeler, you're going to use a spoon to scrape off this outer skin, like that. And then once you get all that off, then you can chop it up. The reason we do this is because if you use a peeler, you end up taking off a lot more than just this little outer papery bit. It's like you end up kind of wasting a lot of the texture. So you use a spoon to scrape, scrape, scrape.